Everybody, welcome to the show. Before I begin, if you go to the pinned comment in the chat, you will find 5 GoFundMes from my friends James Colley, Angel Arreaga, Moonshock, The Hey Camel, and Maddy. They're all good people except for James, who's an asshole. He's a lovable asshole, though. But if you go there, they've all fallen on hard times and could use a little help and a little assistance. Anything you could donate to them is greatly appreciated. You know, again, just following some hard times. So, I'm here with Mitch Nemo. Mitch, how you doing?
Hunky dory. I'm going to start my stream too. Might as well.
Okay.
Man, I've got a I've got a gas bubble, but it's the kind that makes you think you might be having a heart attack.
Oof.
But I know it's a gas bubble because I get them frequently.
Okay.
It makes me wish I had a valve or just like a hypodermic that with nothing in it. Plunge her out and just
suck it right out.
Stab the one spot and let the gas escape.
Hit the hiss.
It's never that easy. I think I just said all that on my own stream. Anyway, welcome to Night of the Attack of the Star Trek of the loading screens that disconnect you and stuff. Let's see. There we are. I'm back in game now. Me and Tara are going to chit-chat and shoot stuff, and we have that story arc we can work on, too.
Yeah.
Working on last time.
The mirror universe.
Yeah. I tell you, man, I get sick up and fed with the mirror universe because it's like, all right, we get it.
Everyone's evil.
Everyone's got a goatee. Ah, cool. Let's get. Can we do something else now?
Again.
Can we meet someone new in our own universe?
That
Maybe
too.
someone who's not directly linked to a prior Star Trek show.
Or how about this? How about we have a universe that isn't completely the opposite of our own? Like, how about something radically different?
Yes.
How about a universe where humans are actually the fucking Q, and the Q are humans? Well, that wouldn't be much different, honestly.
That would be weird. What should we do? Have you done the daily thing yet today?
No, God, I cannot bring myself to do that shit.
Doesn't interest you?
That is a horrible mission.
Which one? I mean, have you done them all?
No, the one I keep doing is the fleet action.
Oh, the one in space?
Yeah.
Oh no, that's terrible. I highly. Oh God, I clicked on the wrong thing. I highly recommend. The model rocket launch is boring, but the one night in Bozeman is. It's a ground one, but it's more interesting than the space one, I think.
Okay, well then let's do that one.
If you like, all right.
Go ahead.
Let me see if oh God, I'm clicking all the wrong things. I'm trying to get you on a team here. Oh, I don't know if we can team. Oh, we did team that one before, didn't we? I don't remember things. There we go.
Rotncorpse, really quickly. You do a minor choice change for the alternate universe. I mean,
Did you say a minor voice change for the alternate universe?
No, you do a minor choice change for the alternate universe. Something minor with catastrophic events. Like, what if the Ferengi weren't money grubbing bastards, but actual kind-hearted philanthropists? As a species, something radically different. And it's all it is a minor choice change.
How is this my entire bridge crew?
Oh, so the question I got, this is right up your alley. Okay.
Hold on, I'm trying to figure out why it's not letting us. Why our bridge crews aren't mixing and matching to go to one night in Bozeman.
Because I probably haven't launched it yet. There it is. Better? No, it's just my bridge crew.
Hold on, now I'm launching it.
I don't understand why.
Okay, I don't know what the hell's going on. Fuck it.
Let's do it.
Cancel it.
Oh, shit. I already clicked on it to do it.
Oh, well, okay then.
Good, you made it.
Oh, this one.
Our hollow emitters are doing their job. Okay, the bombing should end quick.
Oh, shit. Now I'm doing it too.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right.
Okay, so the question that
Wait. Now we're both here.
yeah,
Right, let's get moving. We need to get to the complex.
Okay, hang on. Let me disable my bridge officer's ability so she just shoots her damn rifle. Unholster my rifle and off we go.
all right.
There we go.
So the question I have
So much for the bombing run.
is
Finish off the board vessel.
why doesn't the Federation use the abilities of the two species capable of telepathy for crime and punishment?
After all this time, they still haven't learned.
In what way?
Resistance is inevitable.
All right, so the Beta Zeds can sense emotion. Like you could be living lie detectors, and the Vulcans can be. Oh well, we can get the actual information straight from your mind.
Okay.
Now there are species in the universe that are sort of immune, if you will, to this ability, like the Ferengi and their lesser known cousin species is technically immune.
Borg life signs are
Like the Beta Zeds just can't get to them. So, but even then, they aren't usually, Federation citizens. So,
Right.
but everyone else. Well,
Now, when you say,
headquarters picking up multiple subspace.
are we talking about investigating crimes?
yes.
On that score, I'm gonna say that there's the question of the invasion of privacy, because if you're investigating, you don't have a guilty party yet, or you don't have a suspect or a reasonable
Assumption.
suspicion that someone's a suspect.
Okay.
And you have, in order to invade privacy in that way, you have to meet criteria.
Okay.
And that's when the rest of the forensics get involved. That's when you bust out the tricorders and look for DNA, and et cetera, et cetera.
Okay. All right. So once all that's been, we have a suspect. We have, evidence that could both exonerate and convict. Why not go? Oh well, I know you're lying because the Beta Z over here is sensing your emotions of apprehension. We can clearly tell you're hiding something.
Again, that could be, you can have emotional apprehension for many reasons. The appearance of a uniform is enough. So,
Picking up life signs ahead.
again, like with like in the Constitution, in the Bill of Rights, with the prerequisites for a warrant, for example, are that you specify what area is to be searched, and you specify the person or things to be seized. You can't just you have to apply
can't blanket it.
that kind of criteria, because you can't just go into someone's head and
Look for shit.
yeah, you can't just hope to find shit. You got to have a solid foundation on which to do that. And that doesn't even get into the punishment part of it. That's just the investigation part.
Okay.
Because the crime and the punishment part is a whole different can of worms.
We need to do a memory lesson.
But they are still worms.
Remember.
There's
Setting your tricorder to
the question of cruel and unusual punishment when it comes to that level of privacy violation.
Okay.
And if you, for example, if you put into someone's head that they've, like remember when O'Brien was in prison for 20 years?
Yes.
But it was all in his head. If you do that to somebody,
Looks like the Borg have changed their
and you really only
argument.
have them down and out for 10 minutes,
Picking up Borg signals to the north, though.
you still run certain risks of invasions of privacy and whatnot.
Okay.
And that risk will often pertain to things not related to the crime.
Currently, resource node
That
01 is
it sounds like a good idea on paper.
something
Why not rehabilitate them telepathically, for example? Let's look at the case of Tom Paris.
Okay.
if you rehabilitate Tom Paris telepathically, how do you know it works?
That's
For
true.
example, you and I are different people. You'll respond more to an auditory signal, and I'll respond more to a visual signal.
Okay.
But the person who's reforming us doesn't know that. They have what they think is going to be a catch-all, and if I'm overstimulated visually and you're overstimulated audibly, does that not then become a cruel and unusual punishment?
Okay. I can see the logic in that.
There's a lot of
Power amplifiers.
I would argue that when it comes to using telepathics in that particular manner,
Mm-hmm.
the criteria upon which to act must be
Copper tubing.
far more precise than it is for like getting a warrant now.
Complex isn't.
Because there's so much more in there. A random thought could change the outcome on the part of the subject, or suspect even.
A lot easier to manipulate and mislead.
Right, and we already know that prosecutors and cops will manipulate in any way they can to get the outcome that they want. They have no conscience about such things.
Okay.
And part of the reason they have no conscience about such things is because there are no repercussions. Oh, big deal, a cop gets fired. They become a cop in a neighboring county or city or state anyway.
Okay.
That a cop getting fired is not a penalty or a consequence of bad actions. The real penalty / consequence would be if they were barred from that profession for the rest of their lives and forced to pay.
Make restitution.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So, how would you do that in the Star Trek universe?
Okay.
I mean,
do what?
I'm thinking a transmission tower.
How would you make let's say Constable Odo, knowing he probably would never do it, but he becomes corrupt. How would you make him pay?
Make who pay?
Constable Odo, if he became a corrupt official. Like, what if Eddington didn't do what he did, and he just turned a blind eye to the Maquis when he should have been enforcing the law?
Okay.
How would you make someone like that in this universe, held accountable?
There's many different ways. I mean, if they've engaged in a crime, which is an act of tyranny, then you treat it as such.
Okay.
But you do have to have rules to investigate, and you have to have rules to punish, or punish / rehabilitate. How I would go about it, it would depend. I mean, the loss of liberty is a huge thing. It's basically confinement. That's what prison is, basically. It's confinement, but there's no in our prison systems now, there's no reform going on. There's no rehabilitation happening.
Yeah. It's just incarceration.
Right. Whereas in the age of Tom Paris and on the TNG era of Star Trek, basically, there was some kind of rehabilitation program in place. I don't know how effective it was, because all they ever wanted to talk about was counseling sessions and things of that nature. But even in TOS, they did some other things technologically that were kind of iffy, I think. Now, if we can determine to a scientific certainty, all right, this is the important part. We need to be certain about this. What the what part of the brain is malfunctioning to make someone homicidal, for example. And if we know how to correct it, be it a structural or chemical imbalance, whatever it is, if there is a known way to measure and reproduce the effects, then we have a way to perform some rehabilitative activity that might be a shortcut compared to what we have now, where even now it's just sitting down with someone talking about your feelings. And there's no real way to get into anyone's head. This is like
They're onto us.
So,
It's very much like one of my arguments about how to treat child molesters and sex perverts in prison.
okay.
One of the arguments I make is that, and this does not violate the cruel and unusual punishments clause. One of my ideas there is to clearly, got to keep them isolated from the general population because the general population will kill them.
Okay.
So, maybe they need to be in an entirely separate facility. I don't know.
Or protected
part of
wing.
the sentence, maybe, but part of the sentence for these people should, in fact, be a non-invasive series of psychological procedures. And what I mean by that is get some real psychologists, not these people who want to prescribe drugs for everything, but get some real psychologists in there to engage in that talkie therapy.
Okay.
But in addition to that, also do CAT scans, MRIs, functional MRIs, get as much information as we can about the structure of the perpetrator's brains and the chemical analyses of those brains if it's a non-invasive procedure that we can use to get it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the important part. If it's non-invasive, there's no chance of being pulled up for cruel and unusual punishments. If it is invasive, cruel and unusual punishments will be the claim, up, down, sideways, all over the place.
Okay.
But we don't do that. Even today, we don't do anything to work out what a pattern of behavior might be, how it relates to the brain's chemistry or structure. We don't do any of that stuff. All we do is sit here and pat ourselves on the back for arresting someone. And it's not very effective. I mean, can you imagine we start doing this kind of research, and again, it's non-invasive, so it doesn't violate the cruel and unusual punishments clause, but if we start collecting data and give ourselves a starting point for a roadmap that may eventually lead to figuring out the warning signs and then making sure that someone's not possessed of such proclivities.
Okay.
And then correcting the problem instead of
Band-aiding it.
Well, instead of using it for fundraising like they do now, because that's all it is now. It's just a fundraising tool.
So
it's a tool where people get to just sit back and feel satisfied with themselves because they pretended to do something and made some money. And I'm not even talking pre-crime. I still, even under such circumstances where we can see the warning signs, if we can see the warning signs, we know to watch. It doesn't mean we act. It means we know to watch. This isn't like a red flag law.
Okay.
This is different because we have some actual evidence. That's the real difference, is having actual evidence.
So it's more. I'm keeping an eye on you because you're sending up signals, but I'm not gonna say anything until you do something.
Well, we can't take action until a crime is committed. We don't engage in pre-crime prosecution.
Well, that's what I mean. Like you haven't done anything yet.
Ideally, we don't.
You haven't done anything yet, but I'm just keeping an eye on you.
Right. I mean, you can't prosecute someone for thinking something. For example, suppose you're driving home from work one day. You see a nice ass walking down the road, but only once you pass that ass walking down the road, you realize, holy shit, that's a 14-year-old girl. And you kind of feel a bit chagrined about it, like, oh, God, no, I'm that guy? But you didn't know. So you're stuck with that thought in your head now.
Okay.
you know, you realize you've done that. If that comes up in someone's fucking radar somewhere, now they get to prosecute you? Fuck no. Because you
I,
did nothing wrong.
all I did was have a thought, a natural human instinct,
Right.
and even if I didn't touch the child, all I did was think about, hey, that's a nice ass.
And that's the other part of the equation. No victim, no crime.
Okay. I can agree with that sentiment.
I mean, I don't care. I don't care if a pedo has the thought. It's the action that matters. When thought turns to action, then we got a problem. Then I'm ready to shoot. But before we get too deep into all that, go into the episode tab. Which one did we leave off on?
I believe we did the one where we were the Grand Inquisitor, or whatever the hell we were.
Yeah, I know, but I'm not sure which one that is.
I think we did the Calling is the one we gotta do next.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'll set us up for that, so we're not just here yammering about this stuff and standing still on a game stream.
Okay. Well, I would just put stuff in my bank.
But what I'm getting at is that I imagine that the procedure I laid out there is probably similar to what they do with crime and punishment in the 24th century.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, the brain may not be entirely mapped out, but it's far more mapped out then than it is now.
And we also have other species who we understand are similar. Yeah. And they've added to our knowledge in this universe.
Right. See, I did the stupid thing and I just beamed up instead of transwarping. Good God.
I just beamed up to my ship and I'm going to transwarp. Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, it's the only reason I brought that up about the pedos, because it's an easy, it's an easily understood scenario.
Yes.
Understood.
Really quick, I want to read my chat. Rotncorpse, like in Futurama, like all the coin flips of choices are the opposite. Instead of heads, they're tails, and vice versa. And a thought is not a crime. Acting on that thought can be a crime.
Yes.
I agree. I can think about murdering, someone that pissed me off, like all I want. Like I want to strangle you because you pissed me off. But I didn't strangle you.
Exactly. Oh, God, I'm getting a game freeze. There it goes. No. Oh, yeah, it freed up. All right. Transwarp. Hey, at least it wasn't a loading screen disconnect.
Yeah. Set chorus, transwarp. Rotncorpse again. Just have your characters stand next to each other and occasionally move to mimic an in-person conversation somewhat. You there?
No kidding. What? Yeah, I'm going in.
All right, going into accept.
But yeah, I imagine that if someone's got a proclivity for kleptomania, then the Federation probably has tools and methods like what I've laid out to...
Welcome to Jupiter Station.
Oh, you again?
Is that Jean-Luc Picard's, understudy?
Yeah, no kidding. Oh, we'll go this way.
Regained consciousness recently.
God damn it. This thing in my throat.
We have her isolated for observation at the moment.
But it's true though. We're kind of...
Strangely, she's asked to speak.
We're kind of pathetic.
Quite urgently, I might add.
Right now with the way we handle these kinds of crimes.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're not doing anything that could serve to prevent future crimes. We're just focusing on punishment instead of quite rationally using some of these people as guinea pigs to figure out what exactly is going on and how to address the matter in the future.
Okay. All right. So, God damn it, shut up.
Yeah, I know what you mean. There.
Thank you, Commander.
What was I about to say?
You're gonna want to hear this.
God damn. have them as a part of their rehabilitation, except to undergo some non-invasive testing.
Yep.
You know.
I think it's absolutely reasonable to have that be part of the sentence.
Okay.
And we would learn a hell of a lot by doing it.
Years ago, they started brutalizing.
But you know, we
turned it into a
clearly we
monster.
can't trust.
Then the monster turned on.
We can't trust pharmacology at this point. We can't trust psychology at this
Needless to
point. We
say,
can't
we
trust
were a
government
little
at any
surprised
level at this point.
when Tilly
Okay.
went to the Terran's graveyard.
So if we're gonna do this kind of stuff, we got to have some
Terrans got past them.
very solid, reliable safeguards in place.
We have a new reason to fear them.
Oh God. Oh, shut up,
Let's
Lily,
just do this.
Tilly, whatever your name is.
This place sucks.
It's Maddy, I bet.
Yep.
Ruby, hey, Maddy.
Yep. Mom totally surprised me, and at 4:45 she went, "Dinner's ready." I went,
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yay!
Oh,
What up,
great.
Maddy?
We got to play other characters than the ones we fucking spent 10 years building again.
Oh God, I do not want to be the Inquisitor.
Fuck you, game.
and the ship you flew in on. There.
Yes.
Yes.
They're here. Open fire.
I hate the mirror universe.
How did those terrorists manage to find us here?
Oh God, your voice sucks.
I know. Well, it's because it's a way to give your character a voice without
Let's take a look.
without worrying about a species. Just to give it that voice box thing. Oh great, now I'm fucking freezing.
All right, so again, you know what you should do? Not have your character speak.
Well, there's that.
Like you could give some in-lore universe bullshit read like that. As the Inquisitor, they have a vow of silence. You know.
Hey, look, I can shoot again.
But what you been up to, Maddy?
Oh, nothing much. I had my infusion today. Everything went off without a hitch.
Crystals are burned out.
Yesterday I went to the eye doctor. They gave me an ointment to put in my eyes because she thinks my eyes are, infected or something because they keep producing, eye gunk. A lot of eye gunk.
Ew.
As somebody so succinctly put it on Twitter, now I have gunk for my gunk.
Great.
So,
Great.
Oh,
Gunkity.
yeah.
Gunkity gunk.
God. We were just talking. I posed a question about why the Federation doesn't use species like the Beta Zeds and the Betazoids and the Vulcans to do crime and punishment. You know, with their telepathic abilities, they could get things faster.
They could speed along investigations and punishments for the guilty. I would
Yes.
like to hear your thoughts on that, Maddy. I just gave a whole dissertation on mine.
Yeah, he did.
Well, my thought is in both of the societies, the Vulcan and the Beta Z society, how do they view what they can do, and is it feasible for them to do it in an investigative sense? In other words, do they consider what they can do in an investigation, being Beta Z or Vulcan with the mind stuff, intrusive and therefore unethical?
Well, all right.
That's where I went.
Well,
Yeah.
okay. I got Deanna reads everybody she comes across.
Well, I mean, there was an episode I saw recently in TNG where there was a negotiation, and one guy was a quarter Beta Z, and he was literally using the talent, his Beta Z talent, to essentially cheat in order to get an edge and knock everybody out of the negotiations for this one particular mineral.
Okay.
Yes.
And when Deanna realized what he was doing, she basically told him that using our empathy that way or telepathy that way was unethical because he wasn't asking permission to go into their thoughts or feelings at the negotiation table.
unethical is a far cry from illegal.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
thing will
Well, I mean,
like, let's look at Beta Z for a minute. What
Okay.
if, in the course of their investigating a crime, part of their law is that a Beta Z person cannot use their telepathy to question another Betazoid, because I don't know if they call them Betazoids or not, to determine whether or not they're telling the truth without signed written consent. In other words, they can't invade their mind without the suspect going, "Yeah, sure, go ahead."
right.
Okay.
Would they need a search warrant for that? What kind of search warrant would be written up if that is illegal to do unless, they have consent? And the same thing for the Vulcan mind meld. And how would you know unless you have somebody, and then this goes into the who's watching the watcher thing, if the Vulcan is melded to the person trying to find the answers that they're looking for, who's to say he's looking for more than just those answers while he
Right.
has the person in the room?
Okay.
Yep. Now, see, Maddie, I took the same position, but I added to it the concept of the stray thought. Would the stray thought
sounds like the adventure
implicate.
team ran into the
Mhm.
coalition.
when no crime has been committed?
True. The intrusive thoughts that we all have,
Yeah.
kind of sneaking out into the forefront. Yeah, that's a really good question to pose because if you're being interrogated, your mind is like, well, how did they do it? What happened? Who died? And okay,
Yep.
what's going on? And then an untrained mind in interrogation would probably go, okay, this guy is really suspect because he's thinking all of these things, but
That's one
who
squad
wouldn't
down.
when
Don't forget
when
to
you're an
activate
innocent
the
person
Agonite.
and you're arrested to be interrogated for a murder,
Who
you're
would be
going to be
afraid?
thinking those thoughts. Yeah,
Exactly.
you know, when did this happen and where were you? And a lot of people don't interview well. I mean, if you get somebody in an interrogation room and the first thing you say is, where were you? Where were you on the night of so on and so forth? A lot of people don't do dates.
Right.
Or times very well. I don't. A lot of people don't like this term, but it's the most accurate term I can think of for somebody like me. Time blindness. If
Oh, yeah.
you sit me down and go, okay, May 7th of last year, where were you at 7 o'clock? I'm going to look at you and go, I can't even remember what I wore 2 days ago. You want me to remember what I did last year in May?
Agree. I couldn't. If you asked me where I was May 7th of last year, I'd be like, probably at work.
Yeah.
Was it a day I worked? Yeah, I'm probably at work.
Yeah, you'd be like, what, was it a Tuesday? You
Yeah.
know?
Right?
The Agonite
I mean, there's very few. I think it's, there's a very minuscule part of the world population that has what is called perfect recall.
Eidetic
Right.
memories.
Yeah. And, well, there's a difference between eidetic memories and total recall. Total recall are people that can actually remember shit when they were an infant.
Yeah.
Oh,
Eidetic memory can, I believe, be turned on and off depending on what they have to remember at the time or what is happening around them. Because if you go up to a person that has perfect recall and again and say, where were you May 7th at 5:30, they will tell you exactly where they were, what they were doing, if they were with anybody at the time.
okay.
Right.
Because they remember every aspect of their life vividly.
It reminds me of there's a joke about a guy who goes to this Indian man and he said he could remember everything about how about his life, and he asked him, what did you have for breakfast your birthday, like when you were 5? He goes, I had eggs. And then okay, and he goes away another year and he did the same reading. He goes to the guy and he goes to give him a traditional greeting, goes, how? And he goes, scrambled.
Yeah. Yep. And then there's what was it? I used to watch this true crime show with my mom. I forgot the name of the guy. He had total recall of every single murder scene that he ever worked.
Oh, I know that show.
Yeah, he could
It's not
describe
coming
it.
to me.
Yeah, it's not coming to me either. He could describe in minute detail where the body was, what was around the body, what was on the body at the time, any stray marks on the walls, and this was, years after
Right.
the crime had come and gone, which was made him such a great detective because all those were committed to memory. And the only thought that was running through my head every time we watched an episode was that poor guy. He's got that shit stuck in his head.
Yep.
I wouldn't want that to be my memories for the rest of my life because some of those crime scenes can be gruesome.
Oh, yeah.
Agreed.
Now, and that brings us to that too. Suppose you start looking into the brain of someone who investigated the crime and saw the crime scene.
You won't get rid of me that
Is that now evidence that you can use to prosecute?
Just
Because
because he
he
has
knows things
memories.
that only the investigators know.
Right. And then who's like that would be again back in Beta's end. What's stopping the suspect that is also Betazoid from actually reading the guy's mind who's interrogating him?
I'm okay.
Yep.
Hold on. Just
Okay.
keep fighting.
And
I
I
mean-
think it all comes back to the right to privacy.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, look, you're investigating a murder, so you're looking into the head of someone you think might be the murderer.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't mean you get to examine their sex life,
Nope.
even if there was a sexual component to the crime.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd have to prove that that this person's sex life is a contributing factor, or I say sex life, but I mean any sex, because there are sex crimes
Yeah.
and murders, and you know.
His particular kink is relevant to the investigation.
Right.
I mean, it's a sticky situation when you bring like telepaths and people that can actually delve in other people's minds in an investigative situation. It's like, how far are you willing to allow them to go into that person's mind? You know, what is, you have to draw strict guidelines as to what is and what isn't permissible, whether
Yep.
or not they have, whether or not they have the permission to do so, and then again, watching the watcher to make sure
It's me.
they don't stray from the parameters they were given in the information they're trying to get.
You want to make it even more
There you have it.
gray area?
Hmm.
But now,
You've got the suspect and the person going into the suspect's head,
something needs to be done.
the investigator.
Okay.
Now, if you've also got someone watching the
Based
watcher,
on the data we were able to
that's
collect,
2 people going into the suspect's head. You've doubled the
set up technical
invasion of
weapons.
privacy.
That antenna
Yeah,
is for
unless the watcher is actually in the investigator's head, making sure he's not pulling out the information he's not supposed to.
Well, then it's by default that they're in the suspect's head.
Yeah. Well, he would have to know that he's not going and pulling out the wrong information.
I'll be back in just a minute, fellas.
All right. But it's a fascinating thing to really sit and think about and discuss, because one day we might be there through either naturally developed or artificially developed means to
Okay.
see what's in somebody's head.
We made it.
And
Uh,
we need the strictest of safeguards.
Really quickly, I want to read Rotten's chats.
Right.
Coalition forces, this is Raid. The
Um,
new rivals are allies. Please don't shoot them.
There is a very little rehabilitation happening in prisons, unless the inmate is doing it. Found that out from my brother. Plus, it's not like the government is making the punishment harsh enough to potentially prevent crime. But could someone circumvent the telepathy by just thinking really, really raunchy sex? Simply, everybody wears magneto helmets. Chin straps are mandatory. LOL.
Well, honestly, if someone's mind is disciplined enough, they probably could avoid.
Shit, Goldie Cott proved that she could. Now, I forget the character's name.
Yeah, but she wasn't. I know what you're talking about. He was disciplined enough to resist the mind meld,
Yeah,
but she also wasn't very well versed in the mind meld.
yes. She said she'd never encountered a mind that strong.
Right.
So she must have been able to. She must be been doing it, just not to break his.
Right.
Well, I mean, it's even without being, it always comes down to who has the stronger mind, because it's not only conditioning, it's how closed off can regular laymen close, their mind, because if they know there's telepaths around them, then, and they're paranoid, as some people tend to be,
They'll
They're
put up walls.
probably they'll put up walls. Like they'll constantly repeat, let's say, an annoying nursery rhyme in their head, or song lyrics, or the same song over and over again. That way, if somebody's trying to intrude their mind, all they're getting is a blast of nursery rhymes or songs or something that's easily repeatable in the forefront of the mind, so they can't read their thoughts any deeper in.
Yep.
Okay.
God forbid you have to be a telepath and have to hear Celine Dion over and over.
My heart will.
Or Taylor
Well,
Swift. Oh,
Yeah.
Well, we all know what happened in Ghost with Henry VIII.
Yes.
it's actually a good example.
Yeah.
Poor Whoopi. No, not really.
It's essentially the telepathic version of Chinese water torture.
Yeah, it would be. It definitely would be. Because there's so many things like we said, the watching the watchers. Now you're by proxy. Now, by proxy there's two people trying to figure out what's going on. So,
Okay.
there's even more of a gray area there. What are the laws in place on each of these planets in regards to those particular skills?
Right.
Because I would assume that unless the person has permission, then it is illegal to try and delve into somebody's mind.
Right, except under exigent circumstances.
Right.
And those circumstances had best be pretty damned exigent.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's.
Like
go ahead.
I would think that if you're going to go into someone's mind to see if they're actually guilty of the crime, it has to be something along the lines of what I said earlier, a search warrant, which means there has to be probable cause to delve into that mind to find that information.
Okay.
And I was talking about that as well, and I argued that because with the way it is now in the States, constitutionally speaking, you need to specify the things or the places to be searched and the person or things to be seized.
Mm-hmm.
And my argument is that it would have to be more involved than that when it comes to doing so telepathically.
Yeah.
Jesus, I'm having a hell of a time clicking off these automated.
Okay.
There we go. Got him. Now I can start shooting.
I mean, it can be a really sticky situation because, a Mr. Detective with the Beta Z trait can't be walking down the street after the crime scene is still fresh scanning minds to find the suspect because that's an invasion of privacy. That would be illegal.
Yep.
And what kind of law would you have to write in order to make it illegal and take him off the case? How would you word that?
Well, not only that, how would you make it, how would you collect the evidence that the offender, not the criminal, but the offending investigator? How would you
Shit. I got one better
collect
for
that
you.
kind of evidence?
What kind of defense could be mounted for illegal for something like that? Like violating your rights. If say the prosecutor, not the prosecutor, the cop violated your rights in the course of the investigation, that could be grounds for mistrial.
Yes.
So how could that work on that level? He scanned my mind during the interview, and I didn't give him permission. Well, shit, we had to derive all that testimony.
Because, I mean,
Yeah,
at least on Beta Z, obviously on Vulcan, people would know if somebody's doing a mind meld that wasn't,
Well, they have to touch you. So
Well, yeah,
consent.
Vulcans are contact telepaths generally.
Yeah, so...
It's not always so, because even Spock was able to affect people at a distance.
Yeah. Then the question would be, on Beta Z, would the person being targeted unknowingly actually feel the intrusiveness in the mind? And I think there were a couple of episodes of TNG where they proved that was the case, because she felt the other guy in her mind. Probing
Shit.
her
Right.
mind.
and Nemesis, she could feel what do we call it in her mind?
Oh yeah, and in Nemesis it was like a psychic rape.
Yeah.
So. But what if you got like the species like the El Orin, who naturally exude this the listeners. They're a species of listeners. So how do you deal with that?
Yep.
You know, they
with
just,
the Elorians,
yeah, like people just trust them.
the guidance people.
Yeah,
That's I don't know. That's there's an interesting argument to be made there because that's not telepathy.
you know,
That's a completely different skill set. But
it's
but
not even a
even
skill set.
Odo-
It's a natural
Odo
ability.
recognized the guy who was an Elorian and arrested him.
Well, see, but his biology is different. Like, he does not have a mind to affect. That's why whatchamacallit couldn't read him. Deanna Troy's mother couldn't read him. Like, she doesn't know how his biology works to affect him. So I would assume the same goes with the Elorians. You know, we listen ability. Like, it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work on me.
That's the last.
Well, I don't know because
Because every episode that had, like, when the mental virus where they had that Cisco and them was gonna fucking start fighting with Kira.
shooting at me.
It's someone up there.
Oh, go to turbo lift.
Was fighting with Kira in one of the early episodes where his face does the whole scan thing, the book flip thing. I can't remember. I can't remember the. It's one of the earliest episodes.
And what was going on?
Remember when Cisco was making the clock and
If I had a strip of latinum for every time I went
shit.
back, I could buy a small
He was making the clock.
Yeah, he was in there building the clock.
Okay, that was
Message was it Message in the Bottle? Not Message in the Bottle.
it might have been, but yeah, I know which one you're talking about now because that was the one where the crew divided
Yes.
along political lines, if you will.
Yeah. And they were. That's what happened.
Between Cisco and Kira and
O'Brien
Odo was
and
like, yeah, Odo was immune, but that was God. What was there was a reason for it, and I can't remember what it was.
his biology. It just didn't know how to work
Yeah.
on him.
Yeah, probably because he didn't have a
brain.
neural network like most biological creatures do.
Yeah. Well, you might as well say he didn't have a brain in a sense. He
Basically, because he's Jello Man.
yeah, he's essentially Jello. So it really didn't know what to do. So again, what about species like that? Shit. It's just weird. It's just. Again, I got the thought from reading something, and it was an interesting thought.
Well, you got to think about it too. There's like this. The Ferengi have a four-lobed brain that the Betazoids can't read.
Yes.
So okay, then it makes sense that other species will have a similar
Drop that force field already.
might
Protection.
have a similar issue reading minds if the brains are structurally different. However, Spock was able to mind meld with a Horta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But is that
So, it just shows that there's the point I'm making is that there are different ways that telepathy can work.
Yeah.
So you would have to have kind of a catch-all legal system in place to address that, I think.
We have to take out our drones first, don't we?
I mean,
You know, the Bill of Rights kind of has a built-in provision that takes care of it, I think.
I mean, what if you encountered a species that is precluded from who just soon like after all this shit has been discovered, they decide they figure out they have a special ability.
She has drones again.
Like, how do you get them inside?
Activate auto-destruct
The drones are down again.
God damn it!
You find a way to fight them.
Yep.
I mean, let's face it, if someone's doing it in a criminal manner, then they're an enemy.
Yep.
Yes.
I gotta speak with all my allies, which is annoying.
Attention.
God, I hate Lita.
Alright, I Oh, look at Aliyah. She's going to talk like this.
My place is here.
Because we cannot have an original story. We have to have
Uh,
remnants from Star Trek properties that was successful.
Again. Why isn't she under lock and key?
I don't know, man.
Plot. Oh.
Tila. Not Tila. Taylor. Not Taylor.
Lita.
I am
Like that.
paid for what
Space Bar Horror, whatever her name is. I don't know.
The term empire makes no fucking sense. Like, you could backstab your superior officer and get promoted, but wouldn't that just mean the better backstabber is the leader, not the guy that's smart enough to lead?
Yeah.
Like, that command structure should be fucked all the way from Sunday.
It's the difference between politics and merit.
Yep.
Like, again, if we could, God forbid, and I'm just using an example, so YouTube don't fuck. If we could wrench him Bo for goddamn president, like, all I gotta do is kick Joe Biden in the nuts and I can become president. I can't leave for shit, but all I gotta do is kick him in the nuts, and there you go. I got the throne.
Possibly.
Everything would break down. You would have a new leader every 20 fucking minutes,
something's coming.
or until you make
Something's
you,
coming. Oh no.
or until you got a
It
guy
must
that
be
didn't
the
have
V'ger.
balls. Oh, Lord Jesus.
Reading. Full power energy.
Yep, it's the V'ger.
The Emperor's true.
Terran.
Hey everyone, remember V'ger?
In the end,
Yeah.
you all have a knife ready for everyone else's.
I remember that was the movie to me that I nicknamed the Never-Ending Movie because my parents took me
Yeah.
to the drive-in to see it when it had just come out. I got so bored I fell asleep in the back seat.
Well, yeah, I mean, a lot of that movie is just beauty shots.
Isn't that the
just,
first one? The first movie?
Yeah, Star Trek: The Motion Picture.
Or the motionless picture.
Yeah. Star Trek: The Never-Ending Story.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God, have they got? It took them 50 hours to get on the ship, and then they decided to release a longer version.
Really?
It's like, oh fuck, why?
Right? The original version was long enough, thank you very much.
Yeah, I mean, it's like watching a Zack Snyder film without the slow motion. Except Zack Snyder's film. See, going back as an adult and watching Star Trek: The Motion Picture, it's a good movie. It's a good story. It's done well. The major problems it has are pacing and the shitty design of the uniforms. I don't know why Gene Roddenberry had such a brain boner for pajamas. He did. The next, not the next, well, yeah, the Next Generation was a pajama uniform, and the motion picture was a pajama uniform, and he was heavily involved in the creation of both.
I just think he really liked baseball. Because to me, baseball is 9 men in matching pajamas on a field playing with a little white ball. But I don't. That's why I don't watch baseball. I usually fall asleep by the 4th inning and wake up by the time the game is over.
But you know, even on cruise lines, the captain is dressed in a uniform, not in pajamas. The officers wear their rank on their shoulders,
Okay.
like, you know, like a proper
Military.
hierarchical command structure.
Yeah. Yeah, and you get like pajamas and pips in Star Trek.
Yeah. Well, I don't have a problem with the pips. It's just that you can't see the pips from the front and back.
Well, I do, because there's no Gladys Knight.
That's a different story.
I know.
That's a completely different movie.
Wrong movie.
I had to. It was there.
Oh yeah. Some things are moral imperatives.
God damn. Alright, so we're in the turn universe, correct, Mitch? Right now.
I'm not sure anymore.
I do believe we're in the turn universe. Why are we fighting? How is this our issue?
Because space game.
Like, all right, so
Because the writers of this game are talentless hacks. This is a pattern that you will notice if you've been paying attention. Ever since Star Trek Discovery, basically Alex Kurtzman and Bad Robot. Or is that... No, it's Secret Hideout. Alex Kurtzman is Secret Hideout. Ever since they won that case against the game designer, the game developer who came up with space mushrooms.
the tardigrade, yeah.
Yeah. Ever since the judge essentially let Star Trek get away with plagiarism, this game has been, and a lot of other science fiction properties in general, have been plagiarizing every other science fiction property. We have, in this game alone, I've Got a Bad Feeling About This. We've got, Here's Where the Fun Begins. Two rather famous Han Solo lines.
Mm-hmm.
Another one. From Han Solo again. This one goes here, that one goes there. They did that one. They keep aping in one task force operation where you go from island to island, but they're like space islands in the mycelial realm.
What?
You remember when remember in Stargate when they step through the Stargate and they show you the path that's going on
Mm-hmm.
to get to Abydos or whatever?
Yes.
They do the same thing in this game. Going from one island to another. It's like, hey, remember Stargate? It's like, yeah, we know you're not a popular fucking franchise. And if you keep aping them like this, you're just showing us that you don't know what made those franchises popular.
I would disconnect it.
Oh, Jesus. I'll wait. Oh, this looks like it's mostly just the talkie part anyway. This is another bit of horse shit.
Mm-hmm.
And getting to the end of the mission and you have to go talk to everybody. That's a time gate. None of them has anything of value to tell you.
The other is yes.
No, shut up.
Again, why? I know I keep bringing it up. I'm sorry I keep bringing this up, but I'm going to keep bringing this up. She should be in fucking irons.
Right.
You just gave someone that attacked you their ship back.
Security bioscan complete. Scratch it.
Computer, transport object 53 Sigma to my location.
Now, what is Object 53 Sigma? Oh, I'm not sure.
What? It's an orb.
Was it an orb? Are you sure? Oh,
It-
it might be. To be continued. Dun dun dun.
Bum bum bum.
Now, let's see what kind of junk I can collect from this mission. Oh, the Ushan Tor. Because remember when Captain Shran fought Captain Archer with the Ushan Tor? See what I mean? There's no originality here. Somebody has conned the writers at Star Trek Online into believing that they are not capable of coming up with original ideas.
Mm-hmm.
And it's pissing me off, to be blunt about it.
Ready to hop in the next one?
Yeah, I think Shut Up Wesley shows up in the next one.
Oh, God. Jesus Christ, shoot me.
I know, isn't it awesome? God, I hope I don't have to be the fucking Inquisitor again. Let's see, what are you doing?
Again, all right. From a story standpoint, and Maddy, correct me if I'm wrong, because you're a writer. She's your enemy. She attacked you. You had her in prison, and like she has basically said once she's free, she's gonna fuck you over, and you free her.
You know. I mean, the problem is there's so many. What they're doing here is the trope of the reoccurring nemesis, and the only way to have the nemesis come back is to set him free.
Yep.
But at some point, you have to kill the
one
nemesis.
thing, yeah, it's like I'm gonna go off topic for a second, but I'm proving a point. The other example was, and I know those of you listening are probably going to grow, but I have recently watched Injustice. I don't care if you guys don't think it was any good. I haven't read the graphic novel. But there was a point made in the movie when Wonder Woman was referring to the Joker, and she looked at Batman and she said, "How many times have you let him go and not killed him? How many lives has he taken?" The reoccurring nemesis. Now, we all know the reason is because Batman works within the law. He's not going to kill somebody
Right.
unless he has no other choice. He's like, Superman in that respect. But, Wonder Woman had a point. Here you have the Joker, like you have this person right here in this scenario who's an absolute bitch. The Joker's killed countless numbers of people for his enjoyment. And the only thing that keeps happening to him is he gets put in Arkham with a slap on the wrist, and then he escapes to do it again.
Yes.
Let's put it in accurate terms.
Okay.
The Joker is found not
Guilty by insanity.
not competent to withstand trial. So he's put into Arkham because he is insane. Or at least he's playing a real long game.
Yeah. Well, we all know he walks a fight. The true Joker walks a fine line between madness and genius.
Right.
He knows what he's doing, and he does it for his own edification. He knows it's wrong. He don't give a shit.
Right. But now Batman is trying to be law-abiding. Now imagine a scenario where the Joker is found competent to stand trial, is found guilty, and given a death sentence.
Yeah.
From that point forward, do you think Batman would be okay with killing him?
That's an interesting question.
Because now the scenario is different, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's something that we're not going to see any of the current pack of writers. Oh, we're going to another universe again? Fuck me. That's something that current pack of writers is never going to tackle in those terms.
No. I mean, and the same thing happened with Star Trek too. I mean, you have these nemesis that commit these atrocities, and the only one that got any punishment, I think, was Lore, but he got disassembled.
Right.
So who's to stop somebody that wants to ally himself with Lore to finding the parts and pieces, putting Lore back together? No,
exactly.
In the Star Trek universe, there's no such thing. I don't think there's any such thing as the death penalty. I could be wrong.
Technically, Ducat got his comeuppance. Ducat is technically dead for all functional purposes. He's in prison with the power race.
The thing is, with Lore, you can give him a death sentence without any sense of guilt because he's not really dead. You just took him apart.
Yeah. Until somebody comes around and reassembles number 5.
Right.
That's the one exception. But how many humanoid races within the Federation have had citizens commit atrocities, and because there's no death penalty, they're languishing in jail, or they escape from the jail in which they're languishing, and they do it again.
Well, we kind of discussed that. You were sort of there for it with the whole crime and punishment thing. There is a system in place that probably leans more toward rehabilitation than what we have now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
On screen.
But how successful it is, we don't know because we never really kinds of stats.
Yeah. We never looked into the recidivism.
Oh, the Federation.
Right.
Yeah.
Recidivism.
Yeah.
Fun word.
Thing. Yeah. Sometimes I can say it, sometimes I can't, like statistics. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's this is a wide and vast universe. It's got a lot of nuances and stuff because, yeah, sure, on Earth we have set laws for our citizens. They could be there. Obviously, you go to Klingon and it's vastly different. Who's to say that they don't have a death penalty?
Well,
Um,
Kronos would have a death penalty.
Okay.
So, would the Romulans have a death penalty?
Oh,
Would
yeah.
Yes, the Romulans most definitely have a death penalty.
The
Would the
Vulcans
Vulcans?
probably not.
Okay.
No.
It goes down. It goes down the line like that. So, if somebody committed a crime that wasn't from Klingon, or from God damn it, what's the name of the planet again? I keep
Romulus?
calling it Klingon. No, the
Kronos.
Klingon planet.
Chronos.
Kronos,
If
as
somebody-
in time.
Okay, if somebody not from Kronos committed a crime on Kronos, then you have to ask yourself, would they be tried there, or not being a citizen of that planet, would they be extradited to their planet of origin and tried there?
Depending on the situation, I would.
It depends on the treaty.
Yes. If it was the Federation, I think the Federation would require an extradition. If it was, say, the Romulans, they'd probably just fucking kill them.
Yeah.
If the species has been proven to be
Oh God, I'm the Inquisitor again.
antagonistic, if you will, I'm pretty sure they like bullet in your brain.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it.
I'm picking up an energy signature nearby.
Oh god.
You have to take all these individual planets into consideration.
wants
And then, let's say a Beta Z commits a crime on Romulus. I remember the planet name. Woohoo, good for me. Would you then allow Beta Z investigators to come and aid the Romulan law enforcement?
Again, it's going to depend on things like extradition treaties.
Yeah,
That's a good.
because
Or,
obviously, if it's a 100% Beta Z, they could probably manipulate the situation in their favor and get away with murder.
We need to get closer.
Right, and the Romulans would make that accusation
Mm-hmm.
about a
That's
Beta
some-
Z investigator.
Yeah.
True.
Hey, try not to get fried
True.
by those power-nosed Inquisitors. That
This is
would
gonna
just
piss me off.
Shit, the Cardassians wouldn't allow the extra. Like, they were willing to fucking kill O'Brien.
Oh yeah. Well, the Cardassian system of justice determines guilt before the trial. The trial is
Show.
a complete show. Yeah.
Like,
Okay,
it's
so,
theater.
There we go.
Yeah. I mean, again, TNG had an episode where they were on a foreign planet, and I think it was Mr. Shut Up Wesley himself that broke something, and
Yes.
the penalty was death.
Yes. That was where Picard made the speech that contained the statement, "There can be no justice so long as laws are absolute."
Yeah.
Shit, there's a episode of Voyager where B'Elanna was going to be, she gave an angry thought. Like, she had angry
Oh, yeah.
thoughts, and they were about to,
They were going to pull thought crime on her because she has violent thoughts.
yeah.
Because Klingon. And bad writing.
Girl, Cleon.
Yep. I mean, there's been at least one scenario in each of the Star Trek franchises to that
Yeah.
effect.
And those are
Morality question.
those are good things to explore.
Mm-hmm.
Exploration isn't simply about going out and looking at things.
You still have to deal with other cultures and their way of doing things.
Right.
Yeah. Ignorance of the law is no excuse, basically.
Like, if I were to go to, say, Dubai and do some stupid shit, I'd still be subject to Dubaian laws, or whatever they're called. You know?
Well, yeah, and shit gets trickier when you start thinking about some of this stuff, because at what point are we looking at which treaty supersedes which?
Right.
Is a treaty between the Romulan Star Empire and the United Federation of Planets, or a treaty between Romulus and Beta Z?
Well,
See, that's what it's-
can Beta Z negotiate a separate treaty?
Again, that's a good question. We don't know.
Like, if I'm not mistaken, all right. I believe as a member world, you are subject to all Federation, treaties. You can't have a separate deal with the Romulans. It has to go through the Federation because you're a member of the
Probably.
Federation. It's not like say.
Unless we're looking at something that's akin to a states' rights issue.
I mean, I'm pretty sure like internally, Beta could have a separate like deal between them and the Vulcans, but it's still within the like it's the UN. Like if the UN decided, oh we're against America, but internally you can have a deal with fucking France and Scotland. They're both member country. You can have the deal that's outside of our jurisdiction. Or not outside of our jurisdiction, but outside of our scrutiny.
Well, then, see, I
according
think
to this, there's only like 4 planets that are in the Federation of Planets, and that's us, Andoria, Teller Prime, and Vulcan.
No, those are the
founding planets.
Those are the founding planets. There are like 150, if I'm not mistaken, member species or member planets. Like that must be old. Old.
No, hold on, I'm scrolling down. Hang on.
Now,
I'm doing the scroll.
She's
I
doing the
think
scrolling.
the way it's set up now is like, let's say California could enter into a treaty with Australia for buying shrimp or something of that nature.
But that's not necessarily a
Like
treaty.
they could get into like a business treaty, but they couldn't have a treaty for mutual defense pacts.
But that's not even necessarily a treaty. That still would be under the scrutiny of the federal government. Like,
generally, yeah, there would be there would have to be some kind of federal oversight.
Yeah, and then it would have to be enforced by the federal government. Like, say California gets gypped in the deal, the government would have to enforce it. Like, hey, you can't be doing that to us. And it would be a us treaty. It wouldn't be like, oh, well, you can only trade with California. You'd have to trade with all 50 states and 2 territories.
Well, and then considered when the shrimp deal starts affecting other states because they're now buying it from California, does that then change
Interstate
the
commerce
nature of the treaty?
It would have to be adjudicated by the federal government because it would affect interstate commerce. Anything.
But I'm talking. I might be conflating business and treaties. Business contracts and treaties in the same category here.
I think you are.
And that may not be quite. That's probably not quite accurate.
If say California and Texas had a deal to share water, there's a power line that they're sharing they're sharing a resource because it's between both of them. Okay, the deal can go through. It's an internal deal, but again, if say something were to happen and the deal would just start to go sour, and both of them would get angry at the other, and it would have to be under the federal government to adjudicate who fucked the deal over.
Mitch, are you actually in a scenario? Because you still got the wait screen on your thing.
Oh, god damn it. Yeah, I am. Son of all the bitches.
Good thing I'm monitoring everything.
No kidding. I
God
forget
damn
that
it.
quite often.
But you know what you see what I'm trying to get at, right, Mitch?
Yeah, it gets sticky.
It really does. So the issue would be a treaty with betas that would have to have gone through the Federation, and it would have to be approved by the Federation.
Yeah. It would have to be supported by the Federation.
Yeah, and it would have to be enforced by the Federation. So in the end, you're still dealing with the Federation. So it would be a deal between Romulan and the Federation.
Yeah, I think it would be.
Yeah, but if it was a member species, like the Vulcans and the Andorians had a deal where they're sharing like ice for some odd reason. Okay, well, y'all can do that. Go right ahead. Like, as long as it doesn't turn sour, y'all don't get angry at each other. Share the ice. These are interesting questions. And again, I was reading something and it brought the initial question to my mind. God damn it.
But it's interesting too because like in our own Bill of Rights, you have the right to a trial by jury that's supposed to take place in the jurisdiction that in which the crime was committed.
Yeah.
So I think something like that is going to apply as well. I would imagine that's a rule that's going to stick around.
So
I hate this
if
fucking mission.
that's a good, all right, I got a question then. All right, so I commit the crime on Vulcan, and I flee to Teller Prime. They would have to extradite me to Vulcan, so I can face jurisdiction there. That's where the crime happened. So I would be under the scrutiny of the Vulcan laws, even if it was something that Teller Prime wouldn't care about.
Yeah, if the crime were committed on Vulcan.
Okay. So it would be the same for a species, like, say the Federation and the Ferengi. They have a deal. Everything's good. And a criminal escapes from Ranganar to a Federation member planet. Yeah, you gotta go back. Mm-hmm. God.
I'm getting tired of this shit.
I am too. Like, that. These pylons are pissing me off. Is there a puzzle that we have to solve? Like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, we have to get all the columns situated, but we keep getting shot at by mothers and fuckers.
Mother.
And we have to stop the repair drones from repairing the goddamn things.
Now I see why.
The multifaceted sabotage mission.
Well, no, the mission is fine. It's just that we're stuck doing it with
Subpar
that
characters.
are not our characters.
Yes. Using weapons that we can't.
We have none of the weapons. We have none of the
equipment.
None of the what do you call hot bar setup shit.
Yeah.
And again, this is game developers not knowing how to handle their fucking product.
You know what would have been a better use for this one? Why not have us go undercover as an agent of the Emperor? You know.
I'll tell you exactly why. This is similar to a time gate. What their goal here is to make you have to play the game longer. Because if it takes you a hell of a lot longer to accomplish all the goals, they don't have to create more content. They've just slowed down your completion of the mission. And their metrics still show, oh, they're playing X amount of time, and some dick nose gets their fucking bonus. Yeah, see, this is why I stopped with the episodes of Star Trek Online, is precisely because of shit like this.
It was pissing you off.
Yeah, it does. This isn't fun. This is like the polar opposite of fun.
This is work.
Dog shit. No, it's not even work. It's worse than that. It's being forced to perpetually stand in a pile of dog shit.
Alright. I think I could fix this. Go ahead.
Here's the... Look, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think.
Everyone else get ready to fight. The other won't
five characters from Star Trek. Not in this mission, but in this story arc.
Mm-hmm.
Janeway, Lita, Ilea, Tilly, and
Shut up, Emperor.
and Faggy Crusher.
Nah, it's Shut Up, Emperor.
and Shut Up Wesley, that's his name. And they think that's going to compensate for shit game design? I don't think so.
Nope.
Wait a minute. Shouldn't he? No, he should be older. Depending on which.
There's Beverly Crushers in this too. In the story arc somewhere.
I ran across something that minor league annoyed me yesterday at the eye doctor.
What mildly annoyed you?
Well, it's like, I gotta put lubricating drops in my eyes to keep them from drying out, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So she asked me, she goes, well, did you get the single-use ones? I said, no, I got the bottle. And she looked at me, she goes, you need to be using the single-use ones. The single-use ones are like, they're tear apart, and then you rip the top open, and then you put whatever's prescribed in your eyes, and you throw the rest away. You're wasting medicine.
Yeah.
And you're using way more plastic than you need to. And I'm like, what is your problem with me just using the bottle? I know how to use an eye drop bottle, and I know you don't poke your eye out with the fucking bottle trying to put your drops in your eyeball.
Profit.
Yeah, it's got to be a profit motive.
It's got to be, because it's to me it's dumb. Because I mean,
Well,
I've got
it's just like this game.
My Restasis comes in the little single-use drops. Like 1 drop per eye, per single-use thing, and then I'm looking at this, and there's still 10 tons of fucking medicine left over in the little vial, the little ampule, whatever the hell you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
There's still medicine left in there, but I have to throw it away. I can't use the same thing again. And I'm like, this shit wouldn't be $177 a box if it wasn't designed like this.
Right. And here's it's just like this game. They're doing that to artificially inflate the units that are sold, just like this game is artificially inflating its playtime with all the time gates.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And shit, it's probably one of the reasons they won't solve the loading screen disconnect issue is because, well, that's how many times people log in per day.
Yeah, probably.
There are metrics for that kind of stuff, and if you get those numbers up, holy shit, here comes the bonus.
Yeah.
Same thing with the eye drops.
Rotncorpse, Maddy has to go use her blinker fluid.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Yep. I mean, right now the $177 is covered by the insurance, but at the turn of the year, if I need more, I'm gonna have that $177 in the bank.
Right.
Which is, to me, absolutely these medicine prices are absolutely fucking ridiculous.
And it's prescription, isn't it?
Yep, it's prescription.
See, that's how it works, because it's prescription. They have a record of how much product that doctor is moving.
Yeah. It's
And
like
that's going to tie into a kickback.
Yeah,
It always does.
I dropped for the artificial tears, as they call them, that's not prescribed. So I'm like, all right, as long as you're not prescribing a specific one, I'm just going to buy the one over the counter that's in a bottle, because I'm not throwing any more little pieces of plastic in the garbage with wasted product. I mean, I waste enough product if I'm like half asleep trying to put the drops in my eyes and I miss my eyeball.
Yeah. No doubt. Okay, so we got them all. Which way do we go?
I'm assuming
Where do we go?
this way.
Oh. Yeah, can we play our own fucking characters now?
No, there's still more of this crap. Ow, cat!
Fuck you, movie.
Again, I could fix this arc. Let us play as double agents. Make the turn storyline all about manipulation.
Fuck, I'm dead.
And so am I. Respawn. Whatever the fuck this column thing is that they're laying down is fucking annoying.
Oh, it's a V'ger probe. But it's red here because it was blue in the original movie. Right. See, that's how you know it's different. Because it's a different color. That's how you know it's from the mirrored universe, Maury. Fuck you. It's a shit writing.
Yeah, too many of these writers nowadays fall back on old bullshit, to make quote unquote what they think is an interesting story. Like, okay, we're stuck here. What do we do? Mirror universe. Okay, we're stuck here. What do we do? Time travel. Okay, we're stuck here. What do we do? Multiverse?
Again, I don't mind time travel. I don't mind mirror universes if it's used sparingly. Don't make,
At least with Michael Bay, it was predictable. We're stuck here. What do we do? There needs to be an explosion.
You make to explode it.
Right.
That's
Solve it with an
make it
explosion.
explode it and boom it.
We have to explodiate it. People like lots of explosions, so whenever
Yeah,
my
that-
story slows down, just blow something up.
God, could you imagine him? If that's the case, can you imagine what would happen if he co-directed a film with Zack Snyder? Holy shit!
Slow motion explosions.
Be the slowest explosion in cinema history.
Yeah, I would.
That self-destruct countdown lasted 8 years.
I can't think this.
Look, countdowns to explosions last exactly how long they need to be for the plot to function.
Even if mathematically it should have exploded 2 minutes ago.
I mean, this was literally made a thing out of a joke out of in Galaxy Quest when the countdown stopped with what? 1 second to go.
Yep. Now, what was my other? Oh, we're stuck for what to do. Here's my plan. How about rebooting the Halloween series? Except this time, Michael's not wearing a mask because his goals are a little bit different. And he doesn't have to be hidden so much, but still no one knows who he is.
How about
one knows
rebooting it where
who's
he's
the
not
guy.
a mutant?
That's another thing. It's not even with just with the Halloween franchise, but the slasher genre is so stale right now, and no one's thought about, hey, let's do it with a guy who's not wearing a mask.
Let's get moving.
You know what would be a good one? My Buddy Valentine.
Maybe. I don't know. But let's not even reboot. Let's come up with something new.
We'll see about that.
Like, I'm tired of a billion Saw spin-offs and Saw movies, honestly.
I mean, it's one of the reasons I like my Halloween concept where Michael's not trying to kill his sister. He's actually trying to rebuild his family to his own specifications. You know, so he and Laurie aren't related, but you do retain that family element. Because he went home and no one was there.
So he's looking for a sister.
Well, yeah. He's looking to replace Judith, and he had to kill her first to do that, obviously. But now he gets home after 15 years. His parents are gone too. So he has to replace his whole family. That gives us a reason to have more sequels. He's going to kill anyone who he thinks might stand in the way of replacing his sister and his mother and his father. So that's a trilogy right there: sister, mother, father.
It wouldn't be a party without the drones.
Having that he actually does get him and he kidnaps him. Yeah.
Well, yeah, because I think it would be a great scene to have what's his name, Laurie Strode, or I'm sorry, Michael Myers disappears at the end of the first film. And I think it would be a great scene at the opening of the second film for everyone to realize that Laurie Strode is missing too.
Yeah. Can I shoot Tilly in the back of the head? No? Damn.
What?
I was asking can I shoot Tilly in the back of the head?
Ah.
I was right beside her. Sorry.
I wish it was more sandbox, or not sandbox, but I can't think of the right word.
Open
I
world?
wish it was a game that would allow that kind of shit.
Yeah.
But it'd be more interesting because, and as I've said elsewhere, this is not the stuff that you tell the audience. This is the kind of stuff that you use behind the scenes to keep Michael Myers consistent, because right now he's not.
Too many cooks in the kitchen.
What's that?
Too many cooks in the kitchen.
In part. But Michael Myers is not consistent right now, and I have this way to make him consistent. I'll never see any money out of it. Although, thankfully, I do have it recorded on Rumble. So if it happens in the next 5 years or so, I'm going to have a basis for a lawsuit.
There you go.
And when it comes to those lawsuits of that nature, you wait till like a week before the property releases before you sue.
Rotncorpse really quick. I mean, there's Terrifier, but that's mostly meant for the kills.
That's torture porn, basically.
Yeah.
That's not I don't want to say it's not a real slasher because it is, but it's a different thing. I mean, it's not like there's any real investigation into who is Art the Clown. You know, it's the adventures of Art the Clown, and we get to go along. And that's.
I hate to cut this short for me, but I have got to go lie down.
Okay.
Oh, right on.
So I
Rock
will
on,
catch
Maddy.
you
Thanks
guys-
for popping out.
Thanks for hopping in. Always welcome.
Popping in. Yeah.
Thanks for having me. I'm going to go and stretch out now. You guys have fun.
All right. Rock on, Maddy.
Bye-bye.
Have fun. Be safe. God damn it, I'm tired of this goddamn pylon fucking popping back up after I done fucking died 20 times to get them. Sorry.
Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. The films like Terrifier, those aren't. I think a slasher film needs some sort of investigative element to it.
Enough banter.
Okay.
You know, Tommy Jarvis was trying to figure out what's going on with Jason Voorhees, but that didn't happen until part 5, part 6. You know. But in part 4, there was a guy looking into what happened to his sister. He was investigating. He was trying to figure out what's going on. He had that picture of the police artist sketch of young Jason.
Okay.
From the first movie, And there's always a what's happening, what's going on kind of element to it. With Art the Clown and Terrifier, it seems like it's more, here's some people, let's have Art the Clown kill them. And that's
Wacky Hijinks, the movie.
Kind of, and that's a different kind of movie, And I think that's the big difference, is that there's no there's no element of someone trying to figure shit out. And I'm not saying that that's a make or break for a successful film or a successful slasher franchise. It's not. But I think it does differentiate the two types of slasher films. I think there's a subgenre question in play.
What's in it for the kills and what's in it for the actual psychological horror?
Well, yeah, I mean, what the hell are you doing way up there?
This is how the hell we get. This is how we get to the end of the goddamn mission. I'm going toward the end of the mission.
You said, fuck it, I'm not worrying about any of that shit. I'm just running.
Yeah, this fucking mission is so fucking annoying.
You said Leroy Jenkins. That's what you did.
Damn right.
Yeah, this isn't Voyager. This isn't Voyager. This is Conqueror.
The machine within the god. Conqueror 6.
What?
Terra, long ago.
Tassa?
New worlds.
It's mirror universe Voyager, basically.
Right.
Skip.
For conquest.
All right, what do we got to do?
Thanks to
Oh, we got to do more shooty thingy. Oh, now we got to shoot Lita. Because she's the treasoner.
Why is she floating around like a goddamn...
Paw race. That wasn't a orb, that was a paw wraith.
So you know what made the power race cool in fucking in DS9? The prophets.
Yeah.
We spent all this time with the prophets, and then like toward the final season, you introduce the power race, who are the anti-prophets, and they're evil, and they made them cool because holy shit, here are these wormhole aliens that like fucking with everything.
Yep.
And who use fire. Here we just get power wraith.
Yep. Well, and the prophets, like most benevolent gods, seem to have a non-interference thing going on.
Yes.
Even though they
interfere a lot.
Kind of do interfere quite a bit.
They interfere a lot. They do interfere in. God, why isn't these things attacking her too? Like, Jesus.
Because that's not how games are made. Jesus.
Motherfucker, between being held and being bombarded, it is fucking annoying.
Yep.
Drama untrue. Rotncorpse, I know what you did last summer was a really good premise, but the execution and storyboard weren't the best.
I missed most of that because of game noise.
I'll read it again after.
Alright. Jesus.
No.
Why is she getting a fucking phaser lance that she can shoot us with? Oh, that's right, because it's a time gate.
Since when is she all inconsistency much?
Inconsistency very much. What the fuck is that? Every time I get her damn shields down, she's not taking any more damage to health. So, I'm not even going to target her anymore.
I am. I want this shit over with.
Fine, I'll target the rest of the shit.
There, we're done. Ugh.
Christ. What a piece of shit.
Wait! Come back! We can still win!
Put a bullet in her
That
head.
makes no sense either.
Uh-oh. Lose your mojo there, princess? Looks like there's only one god left around here. And honey, it ain't you. I'm really gonna enjoy
Oh,
this.
shut up. I don't know why I'm not skipping these.
I want to watch.
I'm forgetting to skip the shitty cutscenes. Let's shoot them. Fuck. I have to announce it.
How did she know this?
Skippy. Captain Bakel Sean. Alright. Oh, we're taking these assholes out pretty quick. Cool. Oh, what? Do I gotta fucking repair these other ships too? Is that the thing?
Nice shot. Surprised you waited this long to take.
Okay, I got a small. I just watched this shitty ass cutscene, and I got a small question. How the fuck did she know that he's gonna destroy everything? I fucking. Why am I asking these stupid ass questions?
I got nothing.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ! Why? Why are we? I want to smack the writer of this game. This
Episode
arc. Yes. First off, we don't. Maybe the power race told her how it was going to go down, but to have her just get the power race out of nowhere. It doesn't build up to her having power race powers. Like, they aren't featured anywhere.
It's not the first time the Power Race have infused her.
Like, basic build up to shit.
They could.
Like, if there's so scenes where she takes the orb with the power race, and you know, hey, if you don't help me, he's gonna destroy Bajor, and maybe have her cut a deal with him.
And that brings up another question.
Okay.
Do the Mirror Power Race are the Mirror Power Race evil?
Yeah.
Or are they the good guys?
Huh. If everything's opposite in this universe, I guess they would be the good guys. Because that's their orb.
I mean, what's the real? Yeah, fuck it, I don't care.
Well, all right. In the Prime universe, the Power Race never give the Bajorans orbs. You know, they're happy in their fire cave, or they're stuck in their fire cave.
Right.
But the Power Race here seem to be, you know, their orb of their own, and they infuse, so they have to at least be somewhat amicable.
You would think.
I mean, again, if everything is opposite, then yes, they would have to be the good guys.
I decided to speed things up against the Acheron.
Yay. Rotncorpse.
What is it?
I know what you did last summer was a really good good premise, but the execution and the storyboard weren't the best.
Enterprise to fleet.
Agreed. Oh, I've got to beam over to the Enterprise and talk to everyone again, probably. Oh, look, we're gonna have a
powwow.
Gonna have a disconnect. It would seem. What was that question Rotncorpse said earlier?
No, he said, I know what you did last summer was a really good premise, or had a really good premise, but the execution and the storyboard weren't the best.
Yes. Here's another big thing I do in horror film. If I were to reboot A Nightmare on Elm Street, I would completely change the backstory so that Freddy Krueger did nothing wrong. The first nightmare would be, we did, but the first nightmare would be his nightmare of being falsely accused and convicted by his neighbors and murdered by them.
You know what? You know what? You know, it would be a good title for that one. Instead of having like Nightmare on Elm Street 1, 2, or 3, the first nightmare, the second nightmare, the true nightmare. You know, just a different naming convention.
Maybe, yeah.
I really get to see it, you know, numbered sequels, if you will. It gets annoying.
But you know, at the end of the first movie, the original, where where Nancy says, "I take back all the power I ever gave you," and he just and disappears.
Yes,
that's a weak ending. That's a weak ending that has no motive and no reason to exist in that way.
Doesn't he grab her in the end?
Well, yeah, I mean, but that's because, is he still there? Dun dun dun. You know, it's because of that kind of shit. It was in case we're popular, let's have room for a sequel.
Okay.
And that's a good lesson to learn in filmmaking. Because that's actually a good idea. That's done well. But what I'm getting at is there's no connection between Freddy disappearing after Nancy does that, and anything else in the film or in the story at that point.
Okay.
But in my version, because Freddy was wrongly accused and convicted by his neighbors, essentially because they're the ones that killed him. If at the end of the third, in my version, Nancy says to him, because in my version, the first movie is the third movie.
Okay.
If Nancy says to him, "You're doing exactly what they doing to me and my friends, exactly what they did to you, convicting without a fair trial, blah 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 blah," then Freddy confronting his own bullshit essentially would be what destroys him.
Okay.
And but you know, there's at least a story reason for that to happen. Why am I not able to contact command and... Oh, who gives a shit about Pavo? There, now I got it.
Last one. Jesus fucking Christ. Thank you, Lord.
Let's see. The Fujiwara effect. Yeah, I think this one we get to be ourselves. Oh, the digitizer plasma weapons. These are neat, actually. Gives you the plasma torpedo like V'ger fires.
Okay.
No, don't auto nap. Oh, well.
Or you could go the alien route. Nightmare, then nightmares.
I could, yeah. Fuck it, I'm transwarping. There. Oh, well. Now I gotta wait for the transwarp loading screen before I can click accept.
Sorry.
Well, my timing was off. I should have transwarped in the first place.
I see the Haddonfield.
Oh, just fucking... It's misbehaving. See if I'm still on. Yeah, alright.
Maybe do Nightmare 3 for the third movie with add the little elite speaking there.
Oh, the other thing in my nightmare thing is Freddy's not a prop comic.
Yes.
He's scary.
Warning. I realize the risk you've all taken in being. The
Who am I supposed to talk to?
known as the
Oh, listen to Brickface's briefing. Just let us get out and have some fun this time.
Once that happens, they will continue their reign of terror with a power eliminating the core word.
You have to speak with...
Now, who got to speak with next?
How is she?
Dr. Crusher.
There she is.
Where?
Oh, God, she looks terrible.
What can I do for operation? Interesting choice.
You should have seen her in Picard Season 3. She looks absolutely tragic. She does. She did not age well.
I refuse to watch Picard.
I've been in our time.
Why is...
We've heard all the speeches, now it's time to get to work.
Alright, let us go already. I hate this shit about going to talk to everyone. It's every fucking mission. Go talk to 58 people so we can pretend that what you're doing is gameplay.
I hate episodes that are just strictly talking, but they're considered episodes.
Yeah, red alert. Enough.
It's time. Best speed to Mars.
Good luck out there. I don't.
Yeah. God. It doesn't help that I'm starting to get hungry, and that's making me really impatient.
I mean, we can finish this up and call it after that.
No, this is the last mission in this episode arc. Let's finish it.
Alright. Oh, Lord Jesus Christ.
Because, It would hurt my brain to leave it unfinished at this point.
12 power energy field detected. They're here.
Look, it's fake V'ger.
So all right. So do you remember the episode of TNG where there was like multiple enterprises?
Where there was what?
Multiple enterprises from like different realities.
Oh, like the thousands and thousands of them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So again, why is the Emperor attacking this one? Like, shouldn't he be like, yeah, you know what? These guys are putting up a fight. Let's go somewhere else.
Because he's a cunt. Because his name is Shut Up Wesley.
Emperor, shut up, Wesley. God damn it.
Take that, space assholes.
I know I'm back in my own ship, but I get the feeling that at some point they're just going to take it away from me.
What's that?
I said I know I'm back in my own ship, but I have that sinking feeling that they might just like, oh yeah, you got to play with the Inquisitor again.
Oh well. See, we're playing our own characters and our own ships. This is fun.
Yes. There's always the Fast and Furious route. Nightmare, Nightmare 2, Night 2 Mares. Fate of the Nightmares, Nightmare Tokyo Drift.
Because, you know, in the original Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy was scary because it was a new concept.
Yes.
You know? And in A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2, Freddy was scary because he was fucking mean.
Yes.
And there was a... Man, there were... At that pool scene when his face is lit by the... illuminated by the fire.
Mm-hmm.
He gives a glare at one point that is the most menacing fucking thing you've ever seen. And that Freddy Krueger needs that meanness. He needs to stop being a smartass. Now, if he's being a smartass in the service of being mean, hey, cool. Let's do that.
I like them. Was it Dream Warriors? His quippiness is there.
Well, yeah, that was the last time that was... Oh, God, more of this shit.
Oh, God, Jesus Christ. I fucking hate this mission.
Evacuate refugees. Okay.
Why are they even falling? Why is this a fallback? Why did you evacuate them the moment V'ger Conqueror showed up and like, hey, y'all got to fucking leave?
I got nothing there.
Why are military assets being used to do this when they should be fucking attacking V'ger or Conqueror? This is something the garbage scout should be doing.
Yep.
Like, no, sir, I'm honestly mean that. Like, what? This is literally garbage scout work or luxury liners or, you know, somebody.
Yeah, taxi.
Yeah, a taxi. Somebody that can, you know, house a lot of civilian population really quickly. Not a military asset fighting. If you got phasers, you should be fucking fighting.
Well, yeah, I'm basically flying an aircraft carrier.
Yes!
Why am I doing this transport work?
Yes! Like, this is cruise ship work. Like, this is literally what the cruise ship, like, look, and this should have been already done when he first showed up. Oh shit, here he comes. Get everybody off planet.
Where am I dumping these assholes? Oh, I guess over here, okay. By the little space station.
I get that you couldn't pick the battlefield. I really understand that. You can't pick the battlefield. Yeah. But you should have stacked the deck in your odds. Oh, he's gonna come through Jupiter. We need everybody. I mean everybody. He's planning to destroy our reality. Okay, let's send every troop to Jupiter and keep him there while we evacuate everybody in the path. And do a
Meanwhile, the ships we evacuate them to can be used to evacuate them.
Yes. And do a fighting retreat. I get that you're gonna lose ships. Like this type of scenario is you have acceptable losses. Like hold him here until we can get to, the Romulans can come with their vessels. Like
yep.
Like this is reality destroying work. Like look, we gotta put our petty differences aside.
Right, this ruins the illusion or the suspension of disbelief.
Yes. Oh, well, we can't help you. Yeah, but if you don't help us now, you're fucked too. That is less ships taking cannon fire for you when he comes for your ass. Because he's coming.
I mean, this is the kind of job you assign to a Galaxy class.
Yeah.
Because it's got the fucking room.
Yes. You don't assign this to a warship. You don't assign this to an escort vessel.
Right.
And you don't wait till last minute to do this.
Exactly. Now I'm about to dump off the last 3 to the evacuation ships.
Again, this mission. Jesus Christ, my brain is too overanalyzing this shit and just making it worse.
I know.
Like, this mission could have been fun if you had someone with military understanding working. Even if a situation like this would require you to use civilian ships. It's mandatory.
Yep. Oh, look, here's the Defiant, the Enterprise, and the Voyager.
I still want to destroy her.
Yeah, so do I. Get your ass to Mars.
I got to get to Mars!
My name is not Quaid.
Ken, this is an all hands on deck type fight. This is shit. The fucking space station should be firing its phasers at people.
Yep. But no.
This. And I will openly admit, I've never been in a combat situation, but I understand certain things about certain types of combat. All hands on deck is all hands on deck. This is existential crisis level. You don't stop this shit today right here, we're all doomed.
Yep.
It shouldn't be, oh, well, we just gonna give you 50. Yeah. We're just gonna give you 50 ships. 50 ships?
I've been meaning to replay this mission anyway, just to get the gear from it for my plasma build. Because I've got mix and match plasma weapons on that one, and this will make everything even out properly. Yeah, mumble, 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 mumble.
their fallback points are stupid.
Oh, yeah. Some people cut a fart. I crack a fart.
Science teams are still working on it. Glad to hear it. Enterprise and fleet.
I'm sure they are. Let's... What
Buy
the...
as much time for evacuation as you can. Sean out.
Here we go, people. Once more onto the breach.
See, there we go.
Once more onto the breach.
Because they use that line in Star Trek 6.
Why aren't they just quoting boldly we go with road the 500, the 600?
Or maybe they didn't use that in Star Trek 6. I might be misremembering that. But it's also one of the things they always... I don't know what it is about military things where everyone's got to start quoting classic literature. We need to shut that shit the fuck up.
Or I got one better for you. Use other cultures' classic literature. Lita shouldn't have used Earth classic literature. She should have used Bajoran classic literature. She should have used a Bajoran reference.
Exactly.
You know, may the prophets be with us while we ride into battle. You know.
Well, that was an interruption. Oh look, it's a space V'ger. Oh god, it is V'ger. Now V'ger gets the fight. Okay. Can't see what's happening now.
Why are the Klingork there?
Why is what?
The Klingork.
That's shut up Wesley. There are always alternatives.
So essentially, Space God versus Space God.
Yeah.
Why are we even fighting this battle? Why didn't V'ger show up sooner?
I got nothing. How did I oh, okay. Yeah, see, I just received 2,880 dilithium ore because all of my skills are already maxed out.
Ah.
All my specialties, rather. And I just filled up the experience bar again. Is there someone else around here to shoot? Nope, guess not.
Nope.
Alright. Make first contact. What do you mean first contact? We've already been dick deep into the Conqueror, and Kirk already went dick deep into Voyager.
First
contact.
Yeah.
Kiss my anal butt sphincter.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Stop fucking around and just start shooting. Yeah, good.
Alright, so do you remember the episode the battle for DS9?
Battle?
When it was the battle for DS9 when they had to retake it.
They had who do what?
When they had to retake DS9.
Which time?
The first time.
Oh, the Circle?
No, not the Circle. The battle between the Dominion and the Cardassians against the Federation. When they had to retake it after they lost it the first time to stop the fleet from coming in.
Yeah.
All right. So remember when Cisco ordered them to fuck attacking them, just focus on breaking through.
Yeah.
This is what that order should be. Don't fucking pay attention to them. You fucking go straight to him.
Yep.
don't bother with the small fries. Like, and whoever makes it through, keep going toward them until you fucking get there.
Yep.
They don't steal right.
That's our full set of things. Let's move on to the next target.
Yeah, let's move on to the next target.
Acknowledged. We're moving on.
Blow up this shit. Come on. There we go.
Well, that's a sun, right? Why are we that close to a sun? And fucking idea. That fucking care.
It's actually not.
It isn't?
No. I think it's, in this case, it's,
It is used to generate plasma bolts. Your weapons are not strong enough to damage it.
oh yeah? Don't get between those things.
Okay, don't go.
Go to one side.
Patriotism is dying for the Empire, not the Emperor.
What are those large pylons? They seem related to the plasma bolts that the other.
Doing me a broadside.
Scan tower.
Yeah, you get between those things and the, and that
But the bolts
plasma
hit you.
ball hits you, it'll knock you on your ass.
Ah.
The other will not be able to fire
How do we disable it? Use the virus that Ilea has provided.
How did you know the virus will work?
Taking some heavy fire here, Lita.
Because Ilea is
Worry about the virus.
a Voyager probe.
I'll worry about the ship.
Ilea
No.
knows Voyager. And Voyager is a mirror counterpart to Conqueror.
What can you tell us about those huge pylons? They must have.
You know
Any
what?
more pylons?
You know what would have been an interesting thing to do? Have Lita ram her ship into it to break it.
Not exactly a modern
Yes.
comm system.
You know, give her an arc. Give her an arc. You know, make me okay. I'm glad she didn't. I didn't put her back in chains. Have her ram her ship and like YOLO. I don't want to live forever. Here I come, prophets. I hope I was worthy. Just to break it.
They'll never do that.
You're right. They won't.
Well, because they're going to want to use Chase Masterson to come back and reprise the role again. Because they don't know how to write without doing that.
And I can't go to I can go to Impulse. Shit, have Sean, somebody do a heroic sacrifice to break it.
No doubt.
Again, the whole point of this mission is to sell me that it's a pitch battle. You know, it's do or die.
Sean, your damage
Right.
output is a little low.
Let's kill some people.
We're doing fine. Try not to fry your power grid showing off the other.
Let's see some people dying. Let characters we knew are getting offed.
Yeah. Let's see a little, I don't know, sacrifice?
Yes, some heroics.
Heroism?
Yes.
Its parents to the end. Live and die for the Emperor.
The Emperor lost his way. Once, I would have died for him. No longer.
Shit, have your doppelganger ram into it and go, what I do for the Empire. Shit!
Better yet, have us replace our doppelganger and ram their ship into it.
Yes!
and have us beam off at the last second, like Kirk in the Doomsday Machine.
Yes.
Fleet, this is Captain Sean of the USS Enterprise. Stand down. If
Why'd you-
fight, you'll win.
Why did you think they would do that?
They won't.
Stranger things have happened. We're fighting together for once.
shit. Why not have Mirror Picard come and have him ram his ship into it?
Yeah. Mirror Picard can't find his dentures.
Those modules below are definitely giving off some energy.
Oh, Lord.
And that button and that button. Go! Haha.
Come on, come on.
Next. Oh, wait.
I think this is it.
Yeah, I gotta disable the shield generators before I blow them.
I'll do disabling, you do attacking.
Well, my fighters are doing the attacking for me.
Well, that worked too.
Approaching rendezvous coordinates now. Allied
Groovy.
ships on sensors. Well, here's where it gets really interesting.
Yeah.
Time to enter the belly of the beast.
Is this where we steal dialogue from yet another franchise? Okay. Skip.
What the fuck is that ship?
That is a compiler.
Look, that ship. It's a smaller version of the other.
Smaller, yes. But also deadly. It's in our way. Let's do something about that.
That looks like the Asari flagship. That looks like the Destiny Ascension.
It can't take much more. Keep it up.
Nice shooting, everyone.
Yeah.
The Inquisitor and I will cover you out here. The rest is up to you.
Yeah, whatever.
Alright. Let's go into the space vagina.
I guess.
No, it's the anus of the universe.
Alright, enter the other. That sounds nasty.
It really does. It puckered.
Yeah. Uh-oh. I'm getting the disconnecto signal again.
Oh no.
Now I just gotta stay. Hey, I can get a drink while I wait. Yay! Ah.
Why is it loading this long?
Because it's going to disconnect you.
Ah, it's sped up.
Oh, groovy. Then it's just going to disconnect me.
Can't say I'm thrilled to be in here again. The list of
Because
people who come
metrics.
here and survive. Right. We'll need to make our
This is how you scam your investors, ladies and gentlemen.
Round 2 of this fresh hell.
Strange anomaly. Let's go examine.
Why is Grandma with us?
I wish I knew.
There you are.
Oh, because she needed a part too.
Another strong son of the Empire, Doctor. Congratulations. Thank you. He's going to do great things one day. I have the results of the med scans you requested as well. cognitive ability. They're amazing.
The hell is that?
We must report these findings.
Oh, we're watching that recording.
Yeah.
No, unless you want your affair with the Vulcan exposed as well.
No, I do not, Doctor.
Then we have an understanding. You're dismissed.
How
Is
did
that
this?
supposed to be Wesley? Because her uniform's wrong if that's supposed to be Wesley.
It's supposed to be Wesley.
Allow my son to be a lab rat, dissected by some Section 31 butcher. I'll do everything I can to protect you.
Oh God, move along.
What? What are you doing?
What the hell was that? This thing Colley was posted?
Shoot first, answers later.
It was a memory.
At least this way, with our proper gear and whatnot, we can be effective.
Yes.
I think that projection was from
Speak
one
with
of
Cunty.
Wesley's early memories, perhaps the earliest.
Yeah.
Oh no! How do we not realize it was an early memory?
No kidding. Reminds me of the line in the movie The Man with One Red Shoe. He's riding a bike, 10 speed, I suspect. Well, oh shit.
Things have taken a turn for the strange around here.
You were just infected by a paw wraith. How? No, you know what? I'm
I
not
know.
gonna go. I'm not gonna go there. I'm not. No, I'm just gonna play the game.
I'm detecting another memory engram on this island. I can't help but wonder.
Jellicoe's asked me to serve on the Enterprise, and I've accepted the offer.
The new flagship? That's great, Mom.
He assured me that you'll be allowed on board, but you'll need to maintain your ruse, son.
What? No! Mom! I'm tired of hiding what I can do.
Wes, if Jellicoe knew about your gifts, he'd exploit them. And if he saw you as a threat, he'd have you killed. You need to be patient, son.
Remember Captain Jellicoe?
Yes.
It won't be long until he's replaced.
Yes,
Come on.
you're right. Of course.
Let's get past this shit, please.
You'll be able to show the Empire what you're made of, son. Your future, our future, will be limitless.
Out of my mind.
Shouldn't she have just taken over to kill Jellicoe and declared herself captain?
I don't know. I don't care.
I get it. You know, I realized the reason why I get mad at this shit is because I used to love this property.
You get what?
I used to love this property. I used to love,
Yeah. Exactly.
and it angers me. The butchering they did to this series, or this franchise. And this game, I used to love this game. I still love this game, don't get me wrong.
Oh, yeah, when it wants to be a game.
Yeah, but the episode and the story shit just breaks the,
Gaminess.
yeah, this isn't magic.
You were on the Enterprise in deep space, and now you're here? On Terra?
Something's happened, Mom. Something incredible.
Tell me, what happened?
We found something. Or rather, someone.
The Traveler.
A being of great power. Power that belongs to me. Now,
What kind of power exactly?
power over time and space. The power to travel great distances in the blink of an eye. And
This is the moment you've been waiting for, son. Not even the Emperor can stand against such power.
Yeah, move on, except at this point,
the Emperor has been sitting in my chair long enough.
this isn't the same mirror universe.
It's time to do something.
This isn't the same Terran Empire.
It can't be, because at this point in their history, they should still be slaves.
Yeah. Thing
Like-
is, I'm going to go ahead and doubt that the writers understand that.
Like, so we got two empires that are exactly the same, or superficially the same. Two Terran empires that are very brutal and dictatorial. Oh God.
Vaguely. Oh, activate the bridge. Listen to another family drama.
Alright, if he's a god in this realm, why hasn't he banished us?
Because he's not.
I get it.
Is my guess, but I don't know.
These visions are getting on my nerves.
Wow, me and Lita agree.
Well, then don't make a game that's a combat simulator, dumbass.
Thank you for seeing me, Majesty. Mom, it's me. No need for formalities. As you wish. Oh, I've seen that look before. That's the son we need to talk look. Okay. What's on your mind?
Wes, this new plan of yours.
What about it?
It's reckless. You've gone too far this time.
And? And what if I have? What then?
You are powerful, son, but you're not invincible. There are still ways to kill you.
Is that a threat I'm hearing, Mom?
It's a dream, dick nose. Shut up, Wesley.
Not even the Emperor.
How's the Emperor not above the Empire?
The Empire, Mother. Planets burn at my command. No one is above me. No one.
Oh, shut up.
You need some time alone to realize this. Guards! Escort my mother to the Inquisitor.
Don't do this, son.
Enough! Take her away now.
Wow.
Get out of my head! Now!
You know how you make a good villain? You give him something likable.
Yep.
Make him.
You give them charisma.
Make him a doting son. Like, he loves his mother above all else. And that's probably why he wouldn't attack Beverly. And it gives her a reason for being here. He won't strike her. Even if it is the Mirror Universe version. He just can't bring himself to do it. That's how you make a good villain.
Yep.
This.
They're not interested in good villains.
They aren't. This.
Talk to what's her cunt again?
Where is she?
To this day, I'm surprised you didn't.
There. Whoops! I pressed the wrong button.
Looks like this needs to
And it's a long one. Stretch our legs. What you said that. Are you sure you can end it? It comes down to it.
Come on.
I gave my word. That should be enough for you, Admiral.
Wait a minute. That's not.
Too far to say. I'll do it.
Wait a minute. Is that that Mirror Universe Beverly?
Terran officer and
What's that? Yeah.
I hate this episode with all the fiber of my being.
So do I.
And why are you here?
I will summon nodes.
Yeah. With the thing and the stuff, and oh my God, let's go shoot something. Approach the God Emperor. They think this is how you do escalation.
Are we too late? Are you too far gone to save?
Yeah, listen to him. Disconnect the fucker.
You're the only people here that need saving.
How about you give him? How about you make it that it's actually Conqueror taking over his body?
I got nothing.
It's the first and
Oh, Jesus Christ. They need real writers, and they need people that love the property.
Yep.
I know you think you're doing the right thing here, but you really aren't.
Aren't? We really aren't.
Hmm.
I'm the one doing the right thing, the necessary thing.
You're destroying my home.
Necessary.
Oh, yes. Thought I'd be caught up in that wave. Motherfucker. Mitch, you there?
Yeah.
Oh, you just went silent for...
I keep waiting for another console to pop up for us to dick around. There it is.
I'm curious to know, how did the Terran build whatever. It just...
The what?
Again, their whole civilization didn't seem like they were willing to technologically advance. They just stole shit. But I guess that's the other mirror turns.
I don't know, man. Really. Well, I'll be honest. Part of me doesn't care.
I get it. It's mood.
But that's because the people involved here do not care. We got one more of these things to do, apparently. Oh, there you go.
Upload the data at each tower.
Oh, God, Jesus fucking Christ.
The other, deploy the countermeasure and remove Wesley's power.
Stop the bird, but you're still no match at all. All I have to do is wipe you out and start the market. Easy. Then I'll have all the time I need. What must be done?
Goddamn clones.
Fire. She can't upload her data.
Ooh.
Alright, I must admit, of all the episodes I played, I fucking hate this one the most. Even go ahead.
This is the one I hate the least because I get to play me, you know?
No, I'm talking about the arc.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Wesley's defenses are weakened.
Like, I could even take the space orcs.
That's more like it.
The clean knots. Cause they didn't have fucking magic.
We need to upload more countermeasure data.
You know, I get the feeling that the writers of this wanted to do a magical hologram. They wanted to do a fantasy version of an MMO, and that's why they added this shit in.
Probably.
Because this has no place in hard, not even hard fiction, science fiction.
Upload that countermeasure data.
No, not really.
Scanning life forms. Okay. Get through here. Why aren't we attacking him?
We will be.
Don't hold back! Open fire!
This is a no-win situation for you. You have no chance. None.
One more
Yeah,
second.
yeah, yeah.
Keep going.
No less for trying to protect me. Good job.
Wes, you're forcing me to make a terrible choice here. Don't make me kill you.
Oh, let's just kill him. We've all wanted to forever.
Yes. We can finally do what we wanted to do since TNG.
Yep.
Why do I get the feeling that they're not going to kill him, though?
What are you waiting? Upload that countermeasure data.
Get in fucking gear. Damn it. Where the hell can I move? There we go.
Did you get touched by the balls?
Yep.
You got touched by the balls.
This is the last bit.
His powers are weak, but not gone yet.
Oh,
Keep
for
at
fuck's
it.
sake. Thank you.
Okay, that was funny. Kill him.
Yeah. Shut up, lady. Hey, remember the end of Star Trek the Motion Picture?
No! Mom! Come on, wake up. Wake up. Don't do this
Come
to
on.
me, Mom. Please, Mom.
Okay, I'm skipping past it because I
Please
can't
wake up.
stand it anymore.
I didn't mean to.
They're taking too long and being too dramatic.
It's this thing, Mom.
Trying to force us to care about things that they gave us no reason to care about.
God, Jesus fucking Christ.
Long day. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to leave this place and find a very strong drink.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, come on. Joe Biden loads faster than this. Just in case, I'm throwing up my standby. I mean, it's not behaving quite like the usual disconnect, but it's slow enough for me to become concerned.
So,
okay, now either disconnect or not, you know? I mean, just none of this half-assery. Yep, disconnected.
and he unsnapped the universe.
Yep. Well, at least my spider sense is serving me well with the disconnects. Now go talk to everyone. Because everyone.
So now there are two V'gers.
Yeah, well, and now we're talking to everyone, including people who had nothing to do with this operation. They're just there. Fortunately, by the time we're done, you may not have to deal with all this. Everyone should. Oh, yes, you do.
Well, no, I don't. I gotta find the Inquisitor. Wait. Thank you.
Yep.
I just love at the end of every episode arc, they sit around and they all rejoice.
Yeah, later in the Mirror Universe. I want to see this, though. Looks like...
Emperor Lita.
Yeah. Wow, Emperor's headdress. You ask me, that's a good way to get shot.
Mm-hmm.
Now, why is Marshal Janeway taking a back seat to...
Too much? Or not enough?
You wear it well. I hope you didn't bring me here to talk about fashion.
Oh, no. You and I have much more important things to discuss.
Then let's get to work, Empress.
What? No, you know what?
Yeah, just don't... Oh, yeah. It's the Mirror Borg.
So, are they good?
No.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Fortunately, actually, the episodes we get dealing with Mirror Borg are pretty good episodes, gameplay-wise. But we'll get into that next week, I suppose.
Oh, hallelujah, it's over.
Yeah. I got my 4 giggity boxes.
Yay.
I was happy.
What?
Junk I get to get rid of, too. Now I'm going to head to Earth.
So am I.
The Sol system, anyway.
To the next phase. If successful, the damage to the star and that system will be repaired.
This all just went
freaking
shit wire on me.
I'd like you to provide it. She sent
There we
specifications
go.
for a device called the Stellar Rejuvenator. Have your engineer install it on your ship.
I've forgotten how to do all the things because I'm a professional.
Report to Admiral Kumarke in the Nakul system when you're
Come
ready.
on, almost
When
there.
out.
There we go.
All right, let's warp back to Earth. Oh, well, I'm already there. Ha!
Yep.
You want to do your
thing?
Huh?
I mistakenly tried to get closer to it and overshot it. The Sol system.
Oh man, these episodes were horrible.
That was such a painful exercise.
Yes. The melodrama.
Well, not just that. I mean, it's. I built my character my way because that's how I want to play.
Mm-hmm.
You know, to go shuffling us off into other characters is horseshit. And it's been brought up by the player base before, but I can hear the excuse they're going to make in this case. Well, it's still your character, it's just the Mirror Universe version. Then it's not my fucking character, you dipshit.
Again, what they should have had is that you go undercover as the Inquisitor. As your character, go undercover as the Inquisitor.
Yes.
That what it should have been. And then you could always have the incident where they find out you're not the Inquisitor.
Right.
You know, turn those first few missions with the Inquisitor into espionage, where and even then, you shouldn't have been in there anyway. There's no reason why y'all should have went there to fucking help with their politics.
Exactly. Have you go in undercover, you realize you have to help the Terrans with the thing because shit's gonna get real.
Mm-hmm.
So you do have to help them for a minute. That's fine. So it makes sense you're playing the Inquisitor then. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
No harm, no foul. This is not where I want to be standing. I want to be by the shipyard.
Or I got
instead.
Go ahead.
Oh, go on.
I was going to use the better idea of like you have to go and the Emperor knows you're not the real Inquisitor because the real Inquisitor is dead. But he needs somebody that can be the real Inquisitor. You're the only one that can do it. You know, you have to there's a resistance or some sort of faction that if they allow to their own devices, it will threaten your universe.
Right.
So now you have to work with them because your universe is on the line.
Yes.
Which one
is my plasma ship?
Give me a personal reason to get invested in their politics and their everything.
Yes, at least.
You know, don't just, oh, well, they attacked us, so we gotta go there. Why?
Beam, torpedo, beam. Okay.
Modify.
Need one torpedo and a beam.
Because I want to wear the Emperor outfit. No matter what, that is a nice looking outfit.
Let's go again. Take another look. Jesus. I need 2 beams and a torpedo. There we go. Got 4 of these boxes to open.
Let me see. Hold on. Let me.
Now you're looking sharp.
I might have to redo this mission. They got torpedoes.
These torpedoes have a long cooldown, though. 30-second recharge.
Good mugala. I guess I'll just get the dual phaser back. See what that's all about.
Damn it. Clicking all the wrong things here. I'm having a brain distraction. There it is.
And I'll put it on my other ship.
That goes there, that goes there, and that goes there. Groovy.
And last one.
This shit can go over here until I find another use. All right. You want to do your closing first, or shall I?
I can. You do yours, cause.
All right. Let's see. I've been waiting for this moment because I hate that episode arc now. It's pissed me off. So, standard operating procedure. If you like this kind of content, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, this is Mitch Nemo, signing off.
All right, thank you everybody for joining us. We will be back next Thursday with more blasting alien bastards in space. If you check the pinned comment in chat, and if you check the description, you will find 5 GoFundMes for our friends James Colley, Angela, Arreaga, Maddy, the Hey Camel, and Moonshock. All great people, all great friends of mine who could use a little help. I played the outro, and thank you guys for watching. I'll see you.
But since it fell unto my lot that I should rise and you should not, I gently rise and softly call, good night and joy be to you all.
Food.
I got more burritos.